PAX. I wanted to say Prime, PAX West. And moving on to our next indie game, I am joined by, we've got Eric and John from, you guys are, speaking of the floor kids. We're going to talk about your guys' game, so
That's right.
take it away.
Okay. My name's Eric, also known as Kid Koala. I did the music, the beats, scratches, sound design for Floor Kids.
Hi, hey, I'm John. I am the creator of all the Floor Kids characters, and I'm the hand-drawn animator that basically did all the graphics.
So you've got the art and the music. Very nice.
So a lot of people asking, what's Floor Kids? Is it a rhythm game? Is it this or is it that? Well, basically, it's a b-boy, b-girl, break, battle, hand-drawn animated game that has moments of rhythm game, but also a game engine that allows you to kind of express yourself and create your own choreographies. So we start with 8-play. Oh, wait. You want to talk about this?
And this is how we met 10 years ago.
This is how we met. We were both working at the film board. I was scoring a film, and he was in another studio animating. And I walked in, and I saw his style of drawing, and I kind of immediately said, this is crazy dope. Because I just love how raw it is, how scratchy. And
he didn't know I was already a big fan of Deltron and all of his past work, like through his animated music videos.
Yeah.
So
you
we
guys
just
started
clicked.
out being fans of each other. That's
yeah,
so cool.
it was crazy. And so one day he comes to my house, and he has like a big phone book pad of paper, and he's flipping through it. And it's one of these characters doing these cycles.
Oh, okay.
And even though there was no music playing, I said, how do you do this character has rhythm, you know? I can feel the beat in the animation, and it's because he's actually a b-boy himself, and I call him he's kind of got like Rain Man level animation skills where he can break down every move in the b-boy repertoire and actually frame it out.
Well, I mean, I came through from visual arts, and I really loved the visual aspect of b-boying. And then when I changed cities, the first people I met were b-boys and b-girls, and they just pulled me in, and I got really deep into it. And then now it's coming back to influence the art.
Awesome.
But yeah, basically we got 8
so
playable characters.
Yeah,
right?
well, 8 playable characters. Before we get to that, so we met the other team members, Rena.
Oh, yeah.
Rena, who we talked about how do we work together, how can we do this, and then we met HoloLabs, who are the coders of the game. So we're not the actual developers, we're just the art and the music side.
Yeah.
But
Nothing.
Rena kind of was able to wrangle us all together so we could work together. But about the game, so we have 8 playable characters.
None of which are me and all my friends. But
you start.
You sound sad about that.
you start with the option to play Noogie or Scribbles, and then as you master each character's moves, you can unlock more characters and more venues. Each character has a minimum of 16 moves, unique moves that you have to learn, and those moves are broken down into 4 categories. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, so there's 4 categories of moves. There's top rock, some people call it up rock. There's down rock, some people call it footwork. There's power moves and freezes. So top rock is simple. It's just you're standing up, you're dancing. Down rock is you're on the floor, you're dancing. Yeah. And then power moves are all the spinning, momentum, head spinning moves. And then you have freezes, which you don't move.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, simple.
So yeah, I mean, moves for each character. You kind of perform those by playing different variation combos on the rhythm pad. To change your height level, you flick up and down on the joystick, so you go from up rock to down rock to floor, to floor work, and then to do power moves, you do quick,
circular,
clockwise or counterclockwise motions. To keep that momentum up, you can actually, if you're playing it handheld, you can actually go touch screen and actually kind of keep that momentum going this way if you want. So for freezes, you clutch. And then once you're in freeze, you can hit those bumpers.
I can see.
You can hit those bumpers, and you can actually add other kind of special extra moves that you can unlock.
So leave it to the B people to find new ways to mix and match the style of play, right?
Yeah, no, it looks great.
So we got 2 modes, freestyle mode and battle mode.
So yeah, freestyle mode is a single player. It's a 2-minute round split up into verses and choruses. The verses are where you get to express yourself. The choruses are where you get to, you have to do a mini rhythm game where you have to hit the shots of the DJ or the band in those moments.
Okay.
And then you get to freestyle again during the second verse. The battle mode is a 2-player local multiplayer version where
Play
you get to take turns going into the ring and dancing. But while that's happening, if you're a sideline player, you can throw taunts, you can throw burns, you can try to throw off the person, mess up their routine if you want. So that's fun.
And then there's a scoring. There's 5 methods of scoring, and they're based off of real, how the international judging is done at different competitions. And ours is funk, flow, flavor, fire, and flyness. So funk is musicality. Are you on beat with your inputs? Flow is, did you fall? Did you mess up? Did you give up? Did you stop and go idle? So basically, if you don't do that, you get lots of points. Flavor is like originality. It's like you don't do the same move over and over again. You don't do the same routine over and over again. You want to try to find a different story through all your different moves each time. You get rewarded for that. And then fire is like setting the crowd reactions on fire. So that depending on where you go, who's in the crowd, they're going to call out different moves at different times. And if you hit it on the right time, you're going to get mad points. And then the last one is flyness, which is basically stage presence, that swag, that like attitude.
Yeah.
And there are hidden poses in there that you know.
I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, chat, and you guys, I mean, I don't think I've ever had a game judge me based on my flyness. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that right now.
This holiday season is the season for you.
Yeah, ready to be judged on flyness. You guys ready to take real quick question from the audience, or?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Someone asked, where was it? Oh, is there going to be HD Rumble? Is there Rumble capability in the game?
That's something we're working on. It's not on this build that's on the floor, but we definitely have that on our list.
Third Rate Minion asks, have other breakdancers seen this game and given input on it?
Absolutely.
Yep. So actually, we're working with a B-girl who is part of the controls design team. I actually hit up Dizzy, who was the inventor of the International 5 Standards of Judging. I kind of just gave him a shout out and let him know that I'm doing a little twist on his. And Dunok has been a big supporter since the original video was on B-Boy World. He's like reached out to me. Lazy Legs is a big inspiration. There, lots of people have just been like low key giving us love, and even someone showed up today, like on the floor.
Really?
Jerem came up and he was just like, yeah, everyone's like, I just flew in from Montreal on the plane. I missed the whole like internet blow up, and they're telling me that B-boys and B-girls are really like putting this out there.
Awesome.
And saying these are real moves, so because they are.
And that's amazing. So you know that Floor Kids is going to be a truly authentic game. Make sure you guys check that out. Let us know on Twitter using the hashtag Nindies, and in the chat, hashtag questions, letting us know what questions you have about the games we're featuring. I'm going to throw it down to the floor to Matt, because hopefully he's breakdancing. I have high hopes that he will be down there breakdancing. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me.